We got the end, more happening right here. Yes, sir. So we got this old mobile home we're working on here that had a ceiling leak and it collapsed. So we got to rip all the ceiling down up to here, from here that way, all the way to, we'll see how far. We might just do one panel. We might do the whole thing to here. We'll see. And then joint it, skim coat this stuff if we're keeping this. We got to jack these up because as you can tell, they're doing this number. And then this one too. We got to jack this up. It's doing this number as well on the joint. So we got to jack those up, put some supports across, and then reattach this. We're going to put a new one in. Actually, these are pretty garbage. Getting all these alerts in right now. Let's shut that thing off. What's up, Brantley? What's up, Epics? Hey, knife making. How's it going? And then what caused the leak was this cooler here is all rusty and it's got a leak in it, and it's slowly been leaking between the roof jack and the roof, causing it to drip and then puddle up right there and rust out. So I got to put a support across there too with a 2x6 to raise that dip up. Put a new roof jack in, which we got to order. I got one actually somewhat on order right now, but this is an old mobile I'm working on. He actually offered to sell this with the lot and the other mobile, that one that someone's living in. At 100K, but this one needs quite a bit of work. Lots included. If I had the extra cheese, maybe I would. I don't have a lot of extra cheese. Right here kind of bows down a little bit too. Not the greatest, this type of ceiling. Hey, Tactical. Well, that can be number one. Yeah, well, there you go. Hey, you know how to keep yourself number one, right, Brantley? Ching ching. You know, donations, they help you get number one. So we got to start pulling this stuff off here, get down to where the joint is, and then reinforce these, because these are old mobiles. They're just made out of 1x stuff, and they're just bending way down. See, this is what happens. Take a look at that. See how loose that staple is in there? Someone's trying to call me with some weird number. Got to get that cheddar. Yummy Romex. This is actually pre-Romex. This is old stuff. This is white 12 gauge, which they don't even make anymore. This is made General Cable. Not General Electric, General Cable. Oh, wait. It is Romex. Okay, I didn't know they had Romex back then. Scratch that. It is Romex. Of course, that's reversed, but yep. You're zero. Yep. You better than one. You zero. You number zero, my friend. Yep. And if I need to replace this, I'm not sure how I'm going to, because I can't get in there. I have to remove this whole wall here, this whole jigga-majigga. But oh, that must have been to catch the leak. Had a couple of them in here. I'm a sparky, so I know some things. Oh yeah, me too. Yep. And I don't know what this one is. It's some other color. This is exterior wire. Someone added that one in. That's not original, that wire. It might go to the cooler. They might have added another one, but this thing doesn't have a cover on it. They added that box in. That's a retro box, or not even a retro. That's a flat pancake one. Teeny little booger. The cover's broke. There's a lot of stuff that needs help, like this piece here. Someone added on as a stop. Yeah, and then someone decided, I don't know why, they made a cut in the knob there. That's kind of cool. You know a thing or two, my friend. A thing or two. So yeah, someone already did some help in here with 2x6 at one time to reinforce around the cooler. But that was about it. And then they put like drywall here. They replaced all the kitchen drywall at one time, but look at this. Unless, I don't know, look at that, guys. Yeehaw, look at that. Look at this. Yeah, we get to shooting cheddar to you. That will give you what you need to buy this. Yep, this trailer would save for $1,500 without land. Oh yeah. No, it'd sell for more than that. But this is, it comes with both mobiles. That mobile, which is being rented right now, and this one, we're doing a little bit of renovation in that bedroom. The kitchen needs some help. Someone did replace that one, that cabinet, but definitely needs some help in here. Needs new flooring, painting, all sorts of stuff. Fix this, that, and the other. It's an investment, because he said he gets, I think, he gets $850 for that one, or $750 a month. And this one, I think he said he got $650. Anyways, 13 people in the chat. Double tap them screens. So if you're new to the channel, guys, we do handyman stuff. We do outdoor exploring, cave exploring, mine exploring, hiking, gun content. Appreciate you coming by. Can you frame? Yeah, I used to be a garage frame. I did sheds and garages. Epic. What's up? He's laughing. What you laughing at? You see all the new colors for Romex, pink, purple, and blue. I have seen the pink. I'm not sure if I've seen the blue. I have seen the pink. Gay. Gay. I forget what the pink's for. Isn't it something for fire rated or something? Like a special insulation or something. I forget exactly. Let me get my, I need to get my other ladder over here. Out of the van. Oh. I would like my light one, but my light one's kind of buried somewhat. My bigger one is, my heavier one isn't quite as much. One of those gorilla. There we go. And we dropped one of our drills. The neighborhood around here is kind of a little unique. Seems it's a little bit rough. I think there's more than 2 people in here. We had 14 or 13, I think, at one time. It's new colors for the 3-wire Romex, so purple so people would stop being confused. They already had numbers. They already had colors. They already had colors. That's what's weird. Why do they have to have more colors? So yellow I already knew was 12.2. White was, the newer stuff was 14.2. Let's see. If it was other colors, they were bigger. Like if there was the gray, that was outdoor only. That's a little strange. Why they would change again. We got you, buddy. Gotta move this big old heavy ladder. It's not too bad. I'm only bringing it in here to set the phone on, honestly. All right, let's set you up, guys. Orange is 10. Oh, is that what they're doing with the orange now? What was it before? I don't remember. Was it orange? Yeah, I think it was. You're right. At least the regular stuff. Is that going to stay up there or is it going to fall down? There we go. So this is what we got to rip out. This whole ceiling. Got to have fun. We decided to pick up one of these. We're not supported by Monster. Even though I got a false advertisement, Monster to support me twice. But it was some telecom place in Sweden or Switzerland or something. It wasn't actually Monster. What happens if you snip a hot wire? Kaboom! Depends what you have. Like if you're snipping one at a time with insulated pliers, it's not going to matter. There's something there on my face. If you do it all at the same time, it's going to go boom and probably blow the fuse. This does not have breakers. It looks like it has those screw-in fuses. You know, the old style. What do they call those screw-in ones? So this probably is hot if I turn the switch on. Yep, let there be light, folks. Hey, how to your sponsors. Hey, how do you sponsor people? Well, if you wanted to sponsor me, I have a membership for $1.99 a month. You would just go into that $sign on the bottom and click on that, and it would show memberships if you wanted to help support the channel. It's $1.99 a month for the lowest, and I think the next is $2.99. A couple of them have that, a couple of them have the other. Yeah, we gotta get to work. Go to get to work. We got the supplies earlier today. Whew. This ladder thing that the guy supplied here ain't very nice. A little shaky. A little shaky, mate. A little shaky there, mate. Yeah. There we go. How would you fix the leaking roof? So I need to jack up the whole roof because it's doing this. A lot of these mobiles do that, especially these little single wides. And then I got to remove the roof jack, fix that, put a new roof jack, and fix the cooler that's leaking. I got a new float for it, and hopefully I can get the jack coming in. I put an offer on one on eBay because they're like $150 for a roof jack, but eBay's got them for like $60, $70, $80. Flavor tastes like Starbucks mocha glass. Pretty similar. That one's called Mean Bean. Pulling the nails out. There's a few that stayed there.
Well, don't like that, mate. Not at all.
Alright, there's a couple that stayed. We need those out. We've got to drop the ceiling. I'm hoping the insulation's okay. It's missing some here, so I might have to buy some and add it to the list. But the thing is, this insulation's only like this thick anyways.
Sit still, bucket.
This insulation's only about that thick. Like, inch and a half. Yeah, about an inch and a half thick or less. Get that roof jacked and jack. Yeah, I have to jack the whole ceiling up because it's swayed. No notifications again. Oh, we've only been on 11 minutes, so you know how YouTube is of late. It slowly trickles the notifications in instead of all at once, which is stupid. YouTube is gay. Why are you gay? Why are you gay, YouTube? Why are you gay? Why are you gay? Hey. I love that. Fiber, yummy. Good old fiber. A couple of them got stuck up there again. Trying to decide if I'm going to drywall this side or not. Depends on how it turns out when I pull it all out. I have planned to do it just in case. Alright, let's take this off. Someone already drywalled this section here. Hey, what's up, Taylor? Someone drywalled this section here already. And they tried patching it in with some who knows what there. But that needs all jacked up too, so because it's jacked up. It's all jacked up. I had to tell a guy that this morning. What? What are you gay? That part? Why are you gay? I do not know. God did not make you that way. No, he didn't. God made you straight. Either way. Not all crooked. Put you up on the stand here. It's all kitty wampus, folks. Trying to get you to stay up. Why are you gay? Yep. It's that, he's a, what do you call it, fella? The guy that, said that at first. From Nigeria, I think? A Nigerian? Something like that. And stand is not holding up the stuff very, very tall. Sorry, guys. You gotta see my ugly mug. Stay there, folks. Stay. Stay right there, my friend. Let's see if I can get this off without damaging some other stuff. Looks like they just skim coated this. That will work. It will work, my friends. Alright, how many screws they got in this? There's one there. We got another one over here. Hard to tell. Got all the skim coat over it. They got something in there, I'm sure. They didn't even use tape on the joint? Doesn't really look like it. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? I don't know. Well, we gotta see what we can do about this. I brought a floor jack so I can pump this up. You pulling out the batting. Well, these mobile homes are like this weird press board, and we had a roof leak, so I'm just replacing this whole section with drywall, and I gotta push the ceiling up and reinforce it because it's got a couple willies, whatever you call them, swoopy doops. But it's missing some insulation there that got all soaking wet, so I probably will have to buy some, which I did not figure in the bill. This is some really thin stuff. It's only like 1.5 inch thick. I bet you the walls are just as thin. Yeah, they didn't even use joint tape even here. Which, I mean, technically they used a stripping for it, so we covered up if it ended up cracking. Alright, I wonder how much flex I can get out of this ceiling. I have to bring the jack in here, the floor jack. Here we go. The floor jack in here. All mobiles settle a lot with the roofs, but these particularly seem like they do. Sell them spray foam. I'll do it. I'll do the install. That would be good for these old mobiles. Foam. They would. So you got to repair a leak in these old mobiles because they're a tin that's at like a curve. The roofs do this. They're curved. On these old single wides, they do this. Not quite that dramatic, but you know what I mean.
Know what I mean, jelly bean? Understand, rubber band, and I tipped over my mocha. It was actually this stupid bowl that keeps getting in the way. I kicked that and went fring. Stupid bowl. Stupid bowl.
See if I can use this as a push board. I don't know if I can span it across the ceiling and push up on it. Hopefully. And then press like where it's arching. I kind of need to cut shorter though, but I need these also for bracing. So I don't really want to cut them. Jack it up. Yep, we're jacking it up. In a good way. It's already jacked up in a bad way.
There's jacked up, man. It's all jacked up. Yeah, it is.
Let's see if I can pick up some of this coffee stuff that's spilled.
At least it wasn't a lot, but still got some in the can. Me no like it. Me no like it, hermanos. No me gusta. No es bueno. Alright, got a lot of it. Hey, it makes it smell like coffee in here.
I need a piece about 3 feet, so I have to cut that probably. Well, the owner just arrived and nobody is here but him. So if you hear me being quiet, that's why. What's this? Hey Chris, how's it going?
Good. I'm just checking my key. We're selling the place of the lot.
Oh,
So
you got
I
a
need to-
seller, good.
Yeah, so I just need to make sure I have the right key.
Perfect. Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
No worries. Yep. No worries. I got here about 35, 40 minutes ago, just supplies, and now I'm starting to work on that. So,
Okay, everything good?
so far I took that little trimming off, and now I'm going to start jacking up, see how much we can get it up to straighten out those, and then slide in some stuff after the ceiling's dropped.
Yeah.
We might have to get a little bit of insulation. It looks like that water damaged.
Yeah.
And you removed it. So I might have to get, I might have some at home though. It's definitely thicker than what they got up there. This thick, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right, I'm off.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one. All right. We use that to spread across like so. All right. Let's get another one. how tall do we need this? Probably need to hack off about a foot. What's up, Rodney? Let's see, about a foot. 2x4s aren't very expensive, thankfully. Looks like I should have hacked off about 15 inches. That thing smells pretty good. It smells very good. Didn't I just hack off that same amount? This is funny. He's funny. There we go. All right. Let's see. I'm just seeing if I'm able to jack it up at all. I haven't used this jack in a little while, so hopefully it works. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah. Problem is I almost need two of them because I need one over there. If I spread it, I might be able to. My other one's a big old one, like 100 pounds. It's like 3 feet long almost. From Harbor Freight, real high end, decent one they got there. That's a little overboard, which I want it to be. That way when I release, but it's still low on the other spot. Cans of ground coffee will get any weird smells out. Yeah, for a little bit at least. All right, I might have to see if I can spread while that thing really drops. See if I can spread the way if I do it like this and do it more centrally located. Right here. I'm just seeing if I can get it high enough, and then we'll go ahead and start removing the ceiling parts more. Because obviously once I put it on, it'll spring down a little bit. It's just got this real big wallow farther back. So what I might have to do, well, that really goes, get this far back yet. Start right here. By the cooler, it's not as bad. Okay, let's get this a pumping. That would probably work. It's definitely helping. You can only do so much since it's pretty wonk wonk. Yeah, that's definitely better. And then we'll run a 2x4 and 2x6 down in there. Coffee envelops odor like Arm and Hammer in refrigerator. Oh, you are right. Because when I lived in Honduras and they would stack coffee, they said do not stack coffee in a spot that has smells that it could get into the coffee. Otherwise, it's going to ruin your coffee. Like oils, gasolines, mice, different stuff like that. You are right. You are right about that. All right, they have some half-inch drywall there that's still fine. So what we need to do, at least this section is still fine. I want to see if I can remove this spot. So we know that'll work. Now, is there a way I can, I don't know if there is, get that material out from underneath that? Probably not, so I'm going to have to cut across there, and then we already have a joint that way. Then remove all this stuff down to the back end there. Got to remove this little trim. We got some trim we got to remove here. Watch, I'll show you here. So in the corners here, we got some trim. I need to remove that so I can get right up to the edge with the drywall. So we got to remove that. Is it all one piece? No, it ends here. Perfect. So I should be able to just, if I can gently get it off without destroying it, because I need it, because I need to reuse it is what I was going to say. I'm not even pushing that hard, just very gently. That way I don't break it. The staples were the cheap stuff. Someone came back with some nails and tried fixing it with some little panel nails. Must have been falling off. Here we go. See if we can get it off here. Oh, yeah, I was afraid I was going to do that because of the, yeah, look at that, guys. I'll fight it out because of that dip down right there. Having problems. All right, set that there. We're going to have to reuse that, hopefully, without damaging it too much. And then we need to slice this across with our little multi-tool, the jigger jagger, you know, as we call them. Because they put that first and then the walls. The paneling and stuff. All right, so now we need to, I need to cut it straight across there, remove this one and this piece here. And then I got to put a brace across that side, some brace across these. Yep, we got to get to work. Time to stop playing around, guys. Time to work. Once in a while, you got to do that in life, sadly. Alright. I think I almost fell off and hit my head, huh, guys? That was close. I'm not sure what my 18 volt one of these are. This is my 12 volt one. Something weird on the battery there. Must be goo from I don't think it's battery acid. Doesn't taste like it or burn like it. eyeballs. Not good. What was that about? Door slamming? There, close the door up. So he said he actually found a buyer for this place. He was making sure the extra key had worked. Good to see you again, buddy. I'm going to start getting dressed for work. Got to cut hay while the sun is shining. Where do you live if you're just starting to work now, brother? Or what do you do for work? Here, let's set you guys over here. Let's see here. Sun's kind of in the way there, but it'll work. It'll work. He says, wear some glasses or goggles, LOL, work overhead especially. Yeah, I have some, but they're not clear. Normally I'd wear earplugs too, but I don't think I have any in my pocket. This is all I have. They're shaded, so it'd be kind of too dark in here. I mean, sure I could turn the light on, I guess. Now we be rocking and rolling. Yes, sir. I don't know what it is with my Milwaukee sunglasses. I have two issues with them. One is these are always breaking, and the nose pads are always rotting out. Now, they say they have a lifetime warranty, but I've never warrantied them before. Yeah, my nose is all dirty. I've never warrantied them before. Have any of you ever warrantied your Milwaukee glasses? They're always breaking right there, or a little bit, or up to here. And the nose pads are always rotting out. Don't know. I don't know, mate. Hey, right, time to poo. Not poo-poo, pull. Pull. We'll give you an upside down look like this. How about that? This is going to be a mess. Ooh, look at that. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Came all the way off. Working in style, yes sir. In style, my friends. We be working and moving. Working, twerking. Oh wait, we're not doing that part. Thankfully not. Although, hey, that's what I hear makes the money. The twerking. Why is there just a wire hanging there? Here's just a loose wire hanging up in there and I didn't cut it. I'm not sure what that is. It was just hanging loose in there. Must have been when they made the place, because I didn't cut any wires. I knew there might be one through here, which there is. That's why I was very gentle when I was going through these. Like, there's probably a wire going across. Which there was. There was a wire going across. Let's see, electricians leave scraps everywhere. I know, right? So do plumbers. The cleanup crew's got an extra to do there. Ooh, that thing's problematic. That's the original staples that were holding that. Yeah, they have 1x3s. No, they're 1x2s. Double stacked. Flat ways for these rafters. Kind of weird, huh? Double stacked, mate. They lay them flat ways this way. It's kind of crazy. Hopefully he doesn't have a deadline when they want someone in here. Alright, we got some stuff to take out of here. Got these flat blades. He told me he didn't want to fix it up a whole bunch because he was planning on selling it. I'm gonna have to tack up this plastic with some staples. Get those staples. You heard staples? Staples? You have heard staples? I have. They're called grappas in Spanish. Grappas. Because they grip stuff. Grappas. They ain't the best view. What's up, Adam? What's up, brother? Maybe it'll get me clicks. You know how it is with those girls. They twerk and whirl and all sorts of dumb stuff and they get all the clicks. But if a guy would do that, people would flip out. Adam, how we doing? I think we're doing pretty good. Working on this old mobile here. Mobile home. It's a mobile home, mate. Alright, let's get our staple gun for this. We gotta tack up that plastic that's hanging now.
Si, senor.
You know what? I think my stapler's in my car because I was using it for shooting. The staple stuff. Some stuff in there. Oh, will that stay up right there? Maybe. It's leaning up against the washing blue. Yeah, my stapler is not in there because it's in my car because I used it to do sighting in my AR about a week and a half ago. 2 weeks. For the piggy hunt. Thing is, I might have the screen stapler in there, you know, old style. This is my battery one I'm talking about. did any staples stay in that? Or did most of those pull out? I think they pulled out. Did you pull out, bite? All right, what do we need to brace across there? Because we got these wires in the way too. Got a staple in the way. Let's shut this thing off for now. It's blinding my eyeballs. All right, we got one out. This one we'll have to move out too because it's in the way. And that one there. Ooh, hopefully we don't break the wood. There we go. All right, that's up enough. It should be out of the way now. Yep. All right. All right, all right, all right. What's up, Mikes? How you doing? Adventure Sparks. Appreciate you coming by. Today we're working on an old mobile. The ceiling collapsed because there was a roof leak. We're bracing it up, and then we're going to fix the roof leak and then re-drywall this. Well, not re-drywall. Never had drywall, but appreciate you coming by. We do gun stuff here, hiking, outdoor exploring. We have a second channel that's outdoors only. That way if YouTube ever pulls this one because of the gun content. Currently there's no guns over there. I do hike with a gun on, so maybe once in a while it might be in a clip. But I want to post some of my hunting stuff over there too, possibly, because that's outdoor. But we'll have to see, I guess. I haven't decided to do that yet, even though I have some stuff that I could post over there that I put on this channel. Anyways, so let's see here. Got those up and ready, so we got to get this ready to brace up. I think this one we should be able to. We just need to put something across like this and brace her up. First, I think we got to do that side and then staple it. So, well, either side would probably work. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's get a straight edge. Well, this actually might work. How much are we bowed? Oh boy, it's like waves of the sea. It's like it's bowing down about 1 1/8 inches maybe. So, let's get the jack ready in the center. And we'll see what we need to slide in there to brace her up. See, is this tightened up? Jack? No, it's not. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't want to do that. Alright, jack it up. Probably have to move towards the center more because that's where the main. Oops, too far. Too far, friends. Alright. We want to make it extra high. That way once we put the support in, it'll go back down once it settles. It'll make that noise too, just watch. So we need to put something like this in there, but longer. Shove it back inside there as far as we can, shove it back the other way. Probably a full 8-footer. Although I bought 2x6s for that. I figured we'd use 2x6s for that, cut them down to the right width. Because this mobile's only, this single wide's about 12 feet, I think, wide. But we should be able to get some measurements and then notch where we need a notch at and all that good stuff. Yep. Now, how's your day all going today, folks? Hope you're having a blessed one. My pants are falling down. I don't know why. All the stretching and moving around, yes? Alright, so if we find the center of this 8-foot board, we'll probably what we'll end up doing. And then we'll notch where this right here is the center of the mobile. It's got this bow like this. So the center of the board should be 4 feet because it's 8. Yep, exactly 8. So 4 foot. pen should be in my pocket unless it fell out. There it is. And we need to make a notch. How far? These are 5.5 inch. 2x6s are 5.5, right? Yep. Figures. So we need to notch that about 2 5/8. Give it a little bit, maybe. That's how far from the bottom to the top it is. 2 5/8. So that ends up being about 2 3/4 notch. Which probably isn't the best to do, but it should be okay. And then 4 feet back, how far does that sandwich to on the other end? These rooms are so small. So 4 feet back in there, if I can get 4 feet back in there. There's insulation in the way. There's also some wire in the way, so we might not be able to make it quite as far, unfortunately. How far back does that wire go? Yeah, we'll have to go as far as that wire, because that'll just get in the way. So we need to notch it actually at 38. 38. There's wire going across. Seems to be that there. And we'll notch for that center beam. So that gives us how much this way? 58 that way. Okay. Can we go to 58 that way? I think so. Plastic out of the way. See how far 58 goes inside this back hole. We gotta taper it from there. $56, $57, $58. Hopefully it made a mark on the other side. Just shine the flashlight up there and see, or something of the sort. See if I can flip you guys. Turn the flashlight on. See if it made a mark. Somehow you can turn the flashlight on. There we go. I made a mark. Oh, there it is right there. Right there. So it tapers down to this width. But I have a few wires coming through that I'm going to have to make some little notches. This side as well, there's like 2 of them running through. Yeah. Alright, shut that flash off. Shut the flash off. We need to taper it down to 2 1/4 would give us a little play. So 2 1/4. Let me get my 6-foot level for tracing. use it as a straight line to trace. Go against that. Go our edge there. We'll have to bring this outside and cut that angle. The hard part's going to see what my reveal is on that side, because I can't get in there very well because some of the ceiling's still up there, you know. About that far in, down to those wires there, what is it equal to? Oh, let's see if I can get this here to where those wires are out in the bottom of that. Looks like it's 4 and 4.5. About 4.5. That'd give us a little leeway. We'll give ourselves 4 3/8, so I know for a fact it'll fit. All right, let's trace that. Oh yeah. That doesn't slant very much. Not at all. Battery on this saw, 3 bars. That should cut fine. Alright, I gotta cut that board. So guess what? I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh. Here it is, guys. I gotta break out that little spot that notches for up in the ceiling. I do that flat blade. I thought I had one in here. I guess I could use this.
so excited, mate.
Alright, hopefully we can slide it in there. Gotta make sure though, I got a notch for some of my wires. Where are those at? I can bunch them all in the same place. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, I can. Alright, how far would that be over from the center? About 32. Can I make them all 32? I think so. 32 from the notch. Make a notch for those wires. For the wires to run through. That way they're all in the same spot. Alright. Let's see here. This wood smells good. Cutting those knots and you smelling that sap stuff. It smells good. Should be able to knock it out now. Maybe. Alright. Slide this up in there. And move the plastic out of the way. Put the sunglasses back on, the light back on. Alright. We can get that in there. There we go. Alright. It's over there. That one into there. Well, here it is so far, guys. So we had a notch for these wires to travel through, notch for the center of the motor, and then we got to connect that all to that 1x4 right here. It's a doubled up here, then it goes to single. Go figures. So we got to get our 3-inch screws. Good old 3-inch screws. Screw it up in a good way. Screw it up in a good way. See, my 3-inch screws are on this side of the van. 3 people in the chat. Oh, I got it locked. It's a sketchy neighborhood, so I'm just kind of keeping everything locked up. Thought I had that. There they are. The 3 inches are right. Why does she be? Big old box full of them. I should have an impact here, except it has Phillips head on it. I think my 25. T25. No wonder I'm getting a little hungry. It's almost 11. I'm starting to get shaky like. Ooh, that one's a Phillips on there too, though. Might be my bit holder. Let's see my stuff with my bits. My bits. There's one there. That is not a T25. I think my T25 is on the other bit holder, which is probably, no, it's not in the screws. I might have accidentally left it at home. There's a 20. I don't need a 20 though. We need a 25, folks. There's a 15 and a 10. There's a, I think this one's a 25. There's only one person in here now? Yeah, right. Liars, YouTube. There's a 25, but it's got a little twist to it. As long as it'll work, that's all that matters. Oh, there's my 25. Ta-da! There it is. Yeah, I'm a little shaky. I need something to eat. See? Yeah, and it's noon, so we'll get this one screwed up and see what we can do. How many battery bars are on this little DeWalt? Just one. What about on the drill? It's got one as well. Let's see here. We'll use the Milwaukee, the big boy. I was thinking about using the little guy so we can get in there more easily, but especially for the one side where I can't really get in very well, where it's a little bit tight. Toy like a toy. Toy like a toy. All right. Now that this thing's braced up, at least I think it is, I want an extra tension on it. We really don't want that sinking down. If it does, it'll just be a little bit then. Will be. Already. Junk all over that plastic. No bueno. That just so breezed it. I don't think that actually got it. Because these things are so skinny. Which, that should have been higher. But why didn't it go higher? Oh, there we go. Something in the way of it, no wonder. Let's see if I get this lower. I think there's a staple in the way. Oh yeah, there is a staple in the way. Let's see if we can pound that flat. I think there's a couple of them in the way, but that one's the main one. Pop through the roof, right? Putting these things in. I can't see what's happening on the other side. Put you guys on the other side over here. There we go. Looking back in there. Wedge anything or no, we're cleared on the wiring. There's some wires back in there. Alright, we should be able to get this here. Couple in the pocket. Do anything. Hold it a little bit. Here we go. Got a nice bite. Oh, you guys fell down. Whoopsie doopsies.
What's a daisies?
It's not grabbing that top very well, at least. I might have to pre-drill a few of these just so I know that they're going in well. Possibly. Possibly. I used to grab that top one. It's better than it is. See if I can get back in there. This is where I need the little impact wrench. Possibly. Didn't really even go in there, I don't think. Went between the two. That ain't gonna work. Yeah, that one went in. Top one, it might. Could have made this a little bit wider on this side, looks like. And that is not even going in hardly. See if I can get one right here without going between them. Make sure you don't go in between them there. Didn't hit it. Barely edged it. Don't want to go through the roof though. The price went through the roof. Through the roof. So you might be able to grab in here. I think that grabbed it a little bit. I need to get some more back in that hole. But it's hard to get in there with this impact. See if I can get my little Milwaukee. I'm not sure if my little Milwaukee's in there. I got my real small DeWalt, but this is a little bigger than the small Milwaukee. The little 12-volt Milwaukees, and I spilled my stuff again. That's irritating. Oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll drink. Clear the insulation wiring out of the way. That sounded nice and solid. You like it? Me gusta, me gusta. Just getting garbage in my eyeballs though. I don't know if I can get any farther back than that. Can I get another bite and another one farther back? Just can't reach my hands in there without getting caught everywhere. We got a little teeny yellow wire in there too and a little green one? What in the world is that for? Who knows? Can I tie into that farther? I don't know if I can get another one in there or not without ripping my arm off on these screws. Yeah. Let's see. I can get those off. There's a screw in my way here. It's ripping into my jacket. Use washers under the screw so it wouldn't rip through since it's this weird fiberboard. Alright, now that that's clear, let's see if I can get back in there better. Thing is, I think there's more screws in the way. Oh, there goes the screw. My sunglasses getting in the way. I just lost the screw. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can get it. The light shuts off too soon on this drill. See, oh, there he is. There he is. Got him. Got it. Let's see if we can get it now. Oh, it started. All right, let's see if we can get her. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. There we go. Got another one in there. Noise. Can I get one at the top? Probably getting junk in my hair. That's why I usually wear a hat. See if I can get one at the top. I think I did. Nice. Get stuck on more screws. Alright, let's see if we can maybe get another one here. Noise and toy fit. Toy. Hey David, I'm scared. Zero is Sparky. Oh yeah, he did say he was Sparky. That means he's an electrician. Let's see if it goes down, guys. Barely anything. I like it. It barely went down at all. That's the whole idea, to fix it so it doesn't do that. What's up, Moise? All right, now we're going to fix that other one. We got to take out some of this garbage basura of material. All right, let's see here. Take the jacket off. We're getting hot, mate. Really hot, mate. How we doing, Moist? All right, that really helped. All right, now we got to do it to that side and this side. So, is this a bag full of trash already pulled out? Yeah. All right, let's move out this garbage. I pulled down the ceiling here, just putting drywall in its place. I hope I can get this one pumped up. Because it's so close to the edge of the wall, I'm not sure. We'll see. So where's the center of the house? Right there. Ah, we got some trim in the way. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get up and over that trim. There we go. That'll work. Use our foot to do the pumping here. Pump, 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 pump. Can I have to shove it that way a little bit? I don't want to twist off and break something. Like and subscribe. Hey, what's up, Elijah? Thanks for coming by, bud. Pin message. Appreciate you. You're really good at that, putting that. All right, what do we need measurement for this one? I should be able to use the same measurement, you'd think. Because there's, well, depends, I guess. Because this thing has got to be up in the air like that. And can these go in the same place? Yeah, I think so. All right. All right, let's get that other 2x6. Although, I'd rather use the 2x6 on this one here and then use the 2x4 over there, which is my jack stick. So I'll actually do that one. I got stuff in the way down here on the floor. All right, let's see how much that goes down. A lot. I know it. Alright, last time I had to put it pretty far over to get a good grip. Get a grip, mate. Get a grip. I have to move it farther. Although, I think I got to remove that strap. Remove this piece first. I'm getting white. More white than I already am. Races. Shut up, woke people. Boy, they put a lot of screws in that thing. They're going to town. I think they needed one more. Put these thingies back on. Not sure what more screws are in there. It actually did some work here. know what those little wires are all about. They got two of them in there, a green and a yellow. Slanting. Some interesting blocking here. Yeah, there's a little yellow one and a little green one of wiring here. Strange. Strange. Very strange. Be nice if I could set this partway, the new drywall partway on this. If I can though. No, because the wall's, it's not technically a wall, it's only like that wide. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Applesauce. Alright, now that we got that out, we should be able to jack it up now.
Jack it up in a good way, folks. Senor.
Senior. Let's see. A couple screws here. Right here. Another one. Showing right in the thread. Alright, that should do the trick. Definitely helping pushing it up. Yep, and I think it's a little over, which is good because once I let off the pressure, it'll flatten it out. You broke the ceiling, oh no! The leak did. The leak broke it. I might have to put something across here too eventually. It's got this bow here where it's leaking. That's what caused this to happen. It'd puddle up on the ceiling. Here. It'd puddle on the ceiling right in this spot here. So once I get these two braces in, I'll put a piece across like this to brace that up. It's good to have a brace there anyways because that's where you're walking more because the cooler's on the roof. Oh, let's see here. Thing is I'm getting hungry. And we should get something to eat sometime here. Just trying to figure out how I'm going to get that to meet up. When they re-braced around that cooler, they didn't jack the roof up first and brace it that way. So it's not the greatest setup here. I wonder if those wires go to like a thermostat. Those two wires. Could. What else would we go to? They're like low voltage. I'm not sure. Yeah, it could go to something with the thermostat. Because the unit, the heater unit's like right here on the other side. I bet you the thermostat, it's what they run to. Which, could. It's definitely newer thermostat than original. We might have to lift up right here. I wish I had that set. I should have brought a second jack. Do I have another jack in the van? I don't think I do. Like even a bottle jack would be useful. Bottle jack would be useful too. Let me see if that'll even move. That's the whole thing about it. If it won't even move, well then, what's the use? But it should. All right, take it back up. Pump her back up in a good way. I left my home. I don't know why Allison had that in my brain. For the army. Allison, the whole house collapsed. That'd be funny. That's helping. It's dulling the board I stuck up. Oh, that's way better, folks. Way better. Did you hear that? Clunk, clunk, clunk. The roof's caving in. Run for the hills. What makes it stay up once you remove the jacks? Oh, here, I'll show you. I already put one in. It's not the greatest to do it this way, but I mean, it's the best way you can do pretty much with what you got. So I ran a 2x6 that I put an angle on it because this roof does a curve like this. This is the long way of the mobile from that side to this side. This is the width from that side to this side. So I jack it up, put a 2x6 in there and notch it for the wires and notch it for the center beam, if you want to call that. That's the middle of the mobile home. It's an old single wide from the late 60s, early 70s. And then, yeah, put one in place, screw it good, and then release it. And if you overextend it on purpose, like up higher, then stick it on. That way when the pressure's off and it settles, it actually is just about perfect. So yeah, this mobile had all sorts, like this whole place. A lot of mobiles have these issues, but especially these little ones. If you look at the ceilings here, this one's not too bad, even though it's a bigger span, probably because it's so slow, the swell. But like, look at the bathroom here. The ceiling does this, the whole thing. And so does this bedroom. This back beam is way down. So the thing does this. That thing's crooked in a hound dog's leg. Let's fix that for him, huh? They didn't, you know why? They don't have it adjusted right. It's maxed out on its threads maybe, and it won't go any farther. Oh, no, there we go. That'll be $1.298 for fixing that. Old dinky mirror. Someone went through the wall there. They just sold this house, actually. It's this house and that one back there. That one's being rented currently. I don't know how much he ended up selling it for. He told me what he would sell it to me for, but they should have tacked that before they patched it. I'm only doing one thing, and that's this ceiling and fixing that leak that was in this cooler here. The rest, somebody else is having. Yeah, it might have been moist. You might be right. I would not doubt it, although it does not smell like it. So, but here's something else too. Look what the door says. So they must not have been good renters. See, look. Eviction notice. Uh-huh. Oh, how tender. Spidey, Spidey. Yo, it needs a lot of work. I don't know about that other mobile. I'm guessing that other mobile's nicer. It's probably a little bigger than this one. Anyways. I need my other 2x6. Got to do some measurements. I'll probably make it a little bit bigger than that one if I can. Well, I couldn't though, because that's as fat as I could get it. 5.5 is as big as I can get it, because I can't make boards fatter. I should have got a 2x8 instead, huh? Beans, yeah. Beans, be nice. Oh man. Not everybody that has a house like this is a crackhead. Just look at my house. No, I'm joking. It's not this bad at all. It's a lot better than this place. All right, let's get some measurements for that. Some measurements, folks. Folky wokies. All right, sticky guy here. Flip this thing. Put a plywood in between. We do it for the headers. Plywood in between. Oh, that would make something fatter. No, I don't need it fatter that way. I need it fatter this way. The 5.5. The height. So like I could have made it like if I had it a little fatter, it would be okay. Look at this stuff falling apart on this side. Now, I know what you mean about headers when you need it like the thicker that way, yeah. Whoever had my apartment before me was definitely correct. Oh yeah, you told me about that, Moist. That was, yeah. Thankfully you took pictures first to show the landlord that was already like that. All right, let's get some measurements here. So let's see, how much play do we have to these wires? I wish I could get it all the way to the end there. Can I? Oh yeah, I can. Then notch it and tie it into that. So this one to the center will be 42 and a half. Dealer dipping his own stat. Yeah, that's what you don't do, they say. 42 and a half. And the same drop as that other one was. Oh, this is wider because we've got a doubled up right here. So that's 1.5 by about 2.5 that way. This way. And then, how big is the gap above the door between the ceiling and this? 4 and 3/8, 4 and 5/8. Get a 1/16 less. And then that's an 8-foot board, so let me see what that ends up being. Maybe 41 there, and then we've got 43. Between the two should be 42.25. They doubled up the little header for a little bit here instead of cutting it different. 42 and 1/8 is to the center, so. $42 and 1/8. Where does that make us to 8 feet? Hold it tight and don't move it. Right there. Oh, hi there. Thick at 3 inches, I think. Get a little less. All right. How far? I figured that, I guess, after I cut it. I need to know the gap from where these wires come on that side. That one's easy. I can just notch it on the end. So yeah, see, I have to get this totally supported, then go on the roof and remove the cooler, get that all set up and where it needs to go, and get the roof fixed, the leak fixed, and then put the drywall and the new insulation, because we're missing some insulation there. I told him, I said, I'm going to have to buy some if I don't have any. He's like, oh, that's fine. It is what it is. So that would be added to the list because I didn't even think about that. But, guys, we're going to shut off the live for now. I need to go get some lunch. So we're going to grab some lunch. I should have brought my sandwich I had at home. I forgot, mate. So, yep. So anyways, we got to cut. We also have to cut this. It's like 3 1/8 or so, and it goes all the way to the center roughly beam. This one's a little wider in the center because it's doubled up. Be this mark across like that, and then size it down to about 4 there. So, yeah. Hey, Rodney, you're just so missing us. We're gonna go ahead and stop the live right now because I need to get something to eat for lunch. But yeah, we're working on. Here, let me switch this real quick. Replacing the ceiling here. The cooler was leaking and puddled up in the ceiling, the roof there, and then dripped down and the ceiling collapsed. So we're going to put drywall in here, but these old mobiles, the ceilings, bow like crazy. So we braced that one up. We still have to brace that one up over there. This one we're in the process of bracing up. We got it jacked up right now in a good way. And we're going to cut a new beam to put alongside it, like sandwich it to help support. Jack it a little bit more, connect it, and then when you let the pressure off, it'll settle down about where you need it. What's up, creator? What is up, creator? I'll be right back. I'll be back. You need to use that little voice room. Oh, this house is really bad shape. Alright, we are back. Alright. Tired but awake. LOL, been up 24 hours. Why you been up for 24 hours? What for? Why you do that for? Why you do that? Alright, where's the keys for this? Do I have them in my pocket? I'm trying to remember where I stuck them. Yep, I got them in my pocket. Shoot, I couldn't sew that. What happened? Shot, I couldn't sew that? Monster drink to fix the sleep routine. Yeah, I had a monster drink too, a mean bean. Good old mean bean. Thing is about a quarter of it dumped out on the floor in here. About an eighth, and then the other eighth went. There's barely any left now, unfortunately. Alright, gotta lock this place up. This place would be so easy to get into if you didn't have a deadbolt. Because watch, I'll show you. So you can get to this very easily. You could just grab one of that and open it right up if you didn't have a deadbolt. It's very, very cheesy. Like green tea rehabs. I get the green tea ginseng stuff. Sorry, it's really windy all of a sudden. Well, it's been windy for the last few days. And it's a chilly breeze coming off the mountains. There's snow up there in the higher ones. Ugh. Start the big old girl up here. Takes 12 hours to drink a monster for me, and it usually lets me stay up for 32 hours. Oh, if you drink it that slow? Probably. Alright, we're gonna pull forward. Whoops, that's backwards. We should be able to leave these little gates open. I don't know why we'd have to, sorry, the screen's all dusty. I got a shirt here I'll wipe it off with. An old shirt. Alright, place is all locked up. We can leave the little gate open, I think. All right, what should we do for lunch? Usually I go to like Arby's. Arby's isn't far, it's just around the corner. What else I go to? Let me lower this instrumental music here. Huh, person just did a U right center of the intersection. Thankfully it's not a busy intersection, but let's see. I like Arizona green tea. Yeah, I have it all the time. Or mango loco. I've never had mango loco. Having a cherry vanilla Pepsi now. Some of the vanilla ones taste a little too smooth to me, as in like cream soda flavor, which I don't really like. Get you some deep fix pumpkin yogurt. Pumpkin yogurt? Never had it. Never had pumpkin yogurt. I prefer peach or strawberry or just honey vanilla. Got a hair on the screen. A honey vanilla ain't bad. Alright, yeah, I'm getting hungry. I was shaky earlier. Like today was my birthday. What's up, Nish? Nish Tideman, how's it going? Your birthday today? Happy birthday, brother. Or gal, I'm not even sure what you are, but anyways, appreciate you coming by. Happy birthday. Shouldn't assume a fellow just because they're in this channel. It used to be about 7% was female in my things, but I don't know now. It might have changed because I get way less people. We should have a Baba Ganoush. What in the world's a Baba Ganoush? Plain yogurt is the best. Yeah, I get Greek yogurt. I get Greek yogurt, which is better stuff. That's either honey or honey vanilla. And it's Greek yogurt brand, like with the little trident. That's what I usually get. Which I don't have any. Last time I ran out of that, I got some Yoplait strawberry in the little things. And what else? Blueberry. Blueberry and strawberry is my favorite if I get Yoplait. But usually I get the Greek yogurt. It's better for you. LOL, I was joking about the deep fried yogurt. Oh, the deep fried? It just said plain yogurt. It's the best. You said deep fried yogurt? Where'd you say that at? Oh, deep fried pumpkin yogurt. I thought you said something else. I knew you said pumpkin yogurt, but I didn't realize you said deep fried. Yeah, that'd be weird. They have deep fried ice cream. Oh yeah, that's exactly what you just said, creator. I don't know if I've ever had it. Maybe once. Moist says Baba Ganache is a smoky, creamy Middle Eastern dip made roasted or, excuse me, charred eggplant. Eggplant? Nobody likes eggplant. Where's that from? Let's see here. Tabani, lemon juice, and garlic. Often with olive oil and seasoning. Okay, Moist says deep fried ice cream is okay. I've never only had it once. I've only had it once. I said it kind of funny. I've never only had it once. That sounds funny. I've never only had it once. What's this little taco truck? It said orange chicken, so they must have like Chinese food there. I'd go for some Chinese right now. Thing is, I went to Panda Express the other day and they were so expensive. You know what's real good? Deep fried chicken. Which there is a KFC, but I'm trying to remember which way it is. It's that way or that way. Let's see, where am I at? Other than on planet Earth. I think it's that way. There's a KFC up the road. I really do not know. No, it's that way. I can see the little bucket in the air. I'll take some of that. I'll take some KFC. That sounds really good. You know, good for the health, you know. I like pistachio ice cream. I've never had that. I hear people like it. So in California, there's this place in between Bakersfield and Visalia. I think that's where it's at. That sells oddball flavored ice cream. They sell like garlic ice cream, pistachio, which actually is a normal flavor, I think. What else do they got? They got all sorts of stuff that's wonky there. If you like hummus. It's not too bad. I've had some before. Apparently Baba Ganache is like that. I've had hummus once. It just said Baba Ganache because it sounded funny. Yep. Ugh, garlic is illegal. I don't mind cooking with it. Though just finished up a members only cooking. Happy Friday to you. Hey, what's up, Minty? We're heading for lunch. We're probably going to go to KFC. Thanks for coming by, Minty. Appreciate it. Guys, shout out to Minty if you like rock hounding and stuff like that. Collecting rocks. She's got some nice stuff going on over there. And yeah, she does some cooking stuff too. Let's see here. Yield on green. Yes, sir. That's what we're doing. Whoop, there goes something that's settled. All right, we got to cut across here over to KFC. Members only. Yeah, I need to do a couple more members only. Usually I let them members only for a couple days, at least some of them, and then I'll put it over to regulars. That way the members only, you know, get the firsts. My mom's also a rock collector. Yeah, I used to do rock collecting. I still do some. I pick up some here and there. I posted a few on the good old YouTubes, the bad old YouTubes. It ain't very good to me. Alright, pulling into KFC here. Ooh, that guy's got some bags of KFC. He's got like 2 real big bagfuls. Alright, is my bumper gonna hit there? Probably. I have a tall bumper, but I don't know if it's that tall. LOL, she whips up the rock in the kitchen. Yep. Whips from real light, tender light. Okay, chicken pot pie. Yeah, I heard they just came out with some of those. I do that, Jerome. Members should get first looks. Yeah, I only do that with certain videos when I just get the itch to do it. Like I did work on one of my old rifles that's an antique. That's not a firearm. I explained that in the video. And I made it members only for like 2-3 days. And then I switched it to everybody. Just used to like looking for arrowheads. Wasn't super successful, but I maybe found 3 ever. I found parts of arrowheads, not full ones. I still have them. They were at a place I used to work at. I used to work at a grass-fed beef ranch alongside the river. And this guy's property had all sorts of shards of pottery, napping, all sorts of stuff. I found part of different tools before. Real close to their ranch was a spot that was fenced off that had like petroglyphs. Unfortunately, since that it fenced off, it made people want to see what it was, and they vandalized it. I like the gems because they're neat. Yep, yeah, they are. Gems are neat. All right. Well, we're heading to KFC, guys, so we'll probably go ahead and shut off the live. Tiger's eyes and amethyst are my favorite. There you go. Fire agate's pretty cool, too. They have a lot of that up north from us here. Anyways, 8 of you in here. Appreciate you guys coming by. We're going to go ahead and shut off the live. We've been on almost 2 hours, believe it or not. Find all kinds of quartz circles and copper. Yeah, me too. Got blue cat's eyes in the Mars ears. Yeah, minty, though, I find mine in mines. Like that blue turquoise, that really dark blue. That stuff's pretty cool. Arizona's got a lot of it, but... All right, y'all. Appreciate you coming to Desert Armory more. I know Minty just got on here, but early bird gets the worm. Appreciate y'all. You have a blessed day, guys. Blessed night. Blessed rest of your life. And we'll probably go live later today like we normally do. We'll see. Appreciate you. Never can go wrong doing what's right. And through Jesus Christ is the way to salvation. By him there's no other name under heaven or earth whereby you must be saved. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Desert Armory more is out. See you later, folks.